Today is a very exciting day. I am getting my coilover suspension on this car. As you can see here, the height is not terrible. That's because I have H&R lowering springs currently on it right now. But I'm going to be installing ground control, as I mentioned, and it's going to be lowering it at about 2 inches. But because they're coilovers, they're always adjustable, so that's a really good thing. Sorry, the car's so dirty right now. One thing is I made a video for this muffler right here, the install, but it didn't come out as good as I wanted it to. As you can see, it sits too low, and that's because I didn't calculate the angles correctly when I welded it up. But regardless, this is a very exciting day. I cannot wait to install those. Once I install them, it's going to ride a lot more sporty, and it's going to be adjustable. Okay, this is the suspension setup here. As you can see, it uses the stock struts. Just the top is modified and welded, and the rear setup. So I'm going to be installing this now. Hello everyone, it is the next day. I don't know if you can tell, probably not, but the coilovers are installed. I'm really sorry I didn't get any footage of the actual installation. If you know that when you install these, you have to take off the rotors because, well, technically you don't, but to swap over to the other strut set, which I got, I just had to swap over the rotors, and 2 of the bolts were seized, and that took up a lot of time, so unfortunately I didn't. I kind of just forgot. I'm sorry about that, but there's plenty of videos of people installing these. I'll try to get a look at them. You can't see the front, but I'll show you the rear. Okay, there's the rear. I'm using the Bilstein B8 Street Pro shocks. I'm very happy with these. So I forgot if I mentioned this or not, but the whole reason I got this coilover setup was because it was for a pretty good deal. My friend got a different setup, and he put literally 130 miles on these. So like the shocks aren't even broken in yet. Like, this is a brand new setup basically, and I'm just very excited to see how it's going to change the driving characteristics of the car. Just from driving it a little bit, I noticed that it's much more firm, but at the same time more malleable, and it takes bumps way better, so I'm very happy. Also, another thing that I like about them is obviously they're adjustable. The rear sits much lower than it used to sit right now, and until I get a skid plate, I'm just going to leave the front at this right height. Eventually maybe I'll go a little bit lower, but definitely get a skid plate first. So I'm going to be driving it and then telling you my impressions. Okay, so actually this is a good time to show you the front coilovers because I'm doing an oil change currently. I'm going to be doing Castrol 2050 since it's summer now. But as you can see up there, those are the coilovers. And it uses the stock E30 strut assembly, and then you just weld it on, which I think is pretty nifty. And so yeah, I'm very happy with them. I took a few drives already, and they're definitely much more firm, but they take the potholes and bumps way better, and it's just a more responsive feel. Also, here's a look of my headers from underneath the car. Powder coated pan, everything. Yeah. So, yep, I'm very happy with them.